What is up, everybody? It is Wreaker, and welcome back to the Minecraft survival world. And yeah, I kind of dropped off the face of the earth there for a bit. Yeah, I ended up getting sick and then just wasn't right mentally, so I decided I needed to take a break from just content creation. I hope to be back to streaming before this episode actually comes out. And I should be back to making more consistent content. I just need to work through a few things mentally. But as we can see, the steampunk area is starting to come along. Still no roof on that thing. And you would think that's what we're going to be working on. But it's not. I'm actually going to go start another project. And you may ask, why are we starting our project before we finish the two main ones we've been working on? Because I can't focus on anything, okay? And as we can see, this is a very long rail line. But on the other side, I know I've shown this off before, but we have horrible weather. But I want to transform this. And when I discovered this, I was thinking, do I want to do a plastic fantastic type thing? But I've got another idea. Alright, now that it's daytime, we don't have rain to deal with. I can kind of explain. Well, it's been almost 2 years since I made the video, but we're going to be making the Slab City. Now, this was originally an idea made by Etho, but essentially I'm going to turn this into an industrial district, and everything is going to be based on chunks, I believe. This little square I'm in is a chunk. Essentially, every build I put in here will be based on chunks. Now, I can combine a few to make like a 16 by 32 build, or a 16 by 16 build, or say a 32 by 32. But it forces everything to be built on squares. I do a lot better job explaining it in the video I made when I did a build concept of this. So I'll put a link in the description to that video. Here's why I want to utilize the mushroom biome. Grass is super vibrant and super green. And all the leaves are going to be super vibrant. Because you can see just the color difference between the grass block in my hand, which is like the default plains color or whatever, and the mushroom biome. So it's super vibrant, super green, so everything's going to be very overgrown. And it's going to be stone brick, which is why I have a bunch of stone. So I figured the best way to explain everything might be to just show. And unfortunately, I'm playing in 120.2 now, and replay mod is still in 120.1. So until then, everything's going to be a little harder to do time lapses and all that, but I will try my best. So to start, we're going to essentially make a border. Now I can turn off the chunk borders, and what I'm gonna do is go ahead and take out a bunch of this mycelium just so it doesn't spread, because it can kind of spread like grass and it can kind of get out of control if left unchecked. So we now have a big old lush green pad, and there's my empty one. Get the mycelium out. So yeah, this is the starter, and if you notice, the nether portal now looks weird, so let's fix that. And it's always great when you don't have flint and steel in your ender chest, even though you thought you did. So now we can actually expand what we've built on here. Now the fun thing is, the main thing you want to play with is height. And everything, ignore that. You want to play with height. So either I need to go up 8 or down 8. The nether portal is pretty centralized to the island, and I can go down here and here easily. So I'll probably stair step these down, dig everything out 8 deep, build another one of these platforms on both sides, and then on the sides I may go down as well, and then diagonally I may go up. I'm not sure. On the sides I may actually keep them level and then go up in the corners. Haven't decided. This is all fluid. There is no plan other than, yeah, I'm going to use this building concept. So we'll see how it goes. And here we are. Oh, just a portal? Well, if I pop out to this side, you can see it's a little bit more. I've done a little bit of expansion. You can see some walls, and you can kind of see what we're going with here with these pads here. But I went and did some decorating. So let's look at the map. I went ahead and mapped out everything on the island. So barely got to fit there. I may, because it looks weird, I may expand it an extra row up top there. But this will do for now, because I think all 3 of the monuments are like right. Like I think there's one right there, one's like right here, and one's like right up here. So I'll expand and map out the rest of the ocean. But I wanted to at least be centered and at least have something. You may be asking, where's the industrial stuff? Like, where are all the farms going to go? I forgot I needed to actually point them out on the map. This is just the beginning. We have all of this to work with, and we're going to be going past what we can see. So yeah, I wanted a nice little starter area, I guess you could say. Just a nice beginner to show off what we're going to be doing with like height and all that. So everything is going to be constricted to chunks. Like if I pull up this, you can see everything aligns, has a border to a chunk, everything like that. Anytime we go up or down, it's going to be by 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's half of a sub-chunk. Because I felt 16, like, this is 16. I felt that was going to be too much. But we've got staircases that can intersect. Like, everything's going to be on a full 16 by 16. But I'm fine with, like, having staircases and bridges connecting. And there's going to be some things that are going to span multiple chunks. For lack of a better explanation, like we're going to have to get trees and stuff in here for it to actually be a little bit understood. But I want it to look very square and not very square at the same time. So just trust me on this. You'll see more to come in the next few episodes. But this area kind of here with the sides, it's going to be kind of a garden. I'm probably going to put some like water fountain type things down in there on each side. And I was thinking have a waterfall from each side, like from about right here, kind of accentuating the map a little bit. And another thing we can do that I will plan on, we'll have some of these, and it might be these outer ones are kind of terraced. Like we'll have this level here, and then we'll have this level here built. Like that same thing built up on this level. I just haven't figured out, do I want to do it on the 2 outer squares, the inner square, or do I want to do it out there? So it takes a little bit of planning. All this is just raw. I put on some Twitch streams in the background and just placed blocks. This is over a shulker box of stone, by the way, and I ran out of dirt. And if I can remember which block it was, close. And we do have these areas, which are just inside of here. They're all hollow cubes. I just built up around the terrain. I didn't flatten anything inside here. It looks weird because it's path blocks, because mycelium cannot spread to path blocks. So there is like a ravine here, and there's another pit over like on the other side of the walls. But we do have the ability to build inside here as well. And the pit I was talking about goes all the way down, to the deep slate layer. Far enough down that I'm going to be careful. It's still mushroom fields there. But if I fly around, right over here, I think it is, I'm going to have to be careful. Yeah, it switches to ocean, and stuff can spawn down there. So, that is why I have 7 levels. I was trying to get some obsidian to make a bigger portal. Let me get rid of that. And I had a bunch of zombies spawn and push me into an enderman. But luckily I was able to recover stuff, and we're good. I will just grab those diamonds just because I can. But anyway, figured I'd bring a little status update. I'm going to do a little bit more work, and I will bring you guys in then. And we're back. I went ahead and threw on some shaders just because it looked cool. And yeah, I built a little house. It's got nothing in it yet, but it just kind of shows off what we're going with. But yeah, I mentioned that these are just going to be like gardens for looks and everything. But yeah, this is kind of the vibe I'm going for. Just kind of a hanging garden. There's some just greenery and water down there. And as you go up, there's pathways. Just stuff to kind of catch the eye, but not catch the eye too much. I'm starting to learn how to do some of this stuff better, and it takes some getting used to putting in a lot more effort into the terraforming, but I'm liking it. And yeah, everything's just fairly simple and fairly easy. I decided I wanted cherry trees just because color, and because I hadn't built with them yet. So yeah, just so much for that piece of grass. Just some cherry trees on either side. Got a nice little cherry tree planter. But I wanted it to look like they were all supposed to be here. So that's what's with all the brick and andesite around them. And this, I just wanted a little building I felt was appropriate up here. What I'll probably do is move some of the chests and stuff up to here, so this has a purpose. But yeah, I think that'll do it. Also starting to get some vines. The vines grow a lot faster than I remember, because I put down each one of the vines you see, I put down 1. So yeah, eventually they'll overgrow, help hide some of the stone brick, and make this look a lot more green. I am realizing I might need to get some more lights down in here, especially if I play with shaders. Taking them off though, it is nice and bright, and everything still looks pretty decent. Like you can see, everything looks perfectly fine. But if you'll notice, I didn't do anything to the back sections here, and I didn't do anything down by the portal in those lower sections. And that is simply because I'm going to be building a lot more structure around these, where I'm not going to build too much around these. So I want to see how everything fits around, like the next couple chunks around here, how they're going to go, and then I'll kind of decorate it out. But until then, I think that'll be the end of this episode. So yeah, it's been a while since I've had one up on the channel. Hopefully the next one comes a little sooner. And yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do content creation, and stick around for the ride. Until then, this has been Wreaker, and have a good one.